What I'm going to do in this video is a breakdown of the intro for James Bay's Let It Go. So what I want to do is first go through the verse section of the song, because basically the whole solo section, or the improvisation on top of the melody that I'm going to add on to the chords, is built around the same chord progression. All that I'm going to do is take you through the basic chords first, and then after that, what I'll do is show you some of the different positions that I'm going to put the chords in so that I can actually add the melody in on top at the same time. In the recording, it sounds like it's two different guitars, and it sounds like the lead guitar has an echo or a delay on it. So what I'm going to do is basically just take you through both the sections, both the section with just the basic chords, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how to, again, put the chords someplace different so that you can reach some of those melody notes and try to put the two guitars together essentially. So just wait for the amp to warm up a little bit. And wait for me to plug myself in. So what I'm going to do first, and the way that I've done this, uh, the chords themselves are down a whole, or excuse me, are going to be actually up on the neck a whole step. So what we're doing is basically we're playing everything in the same place that he has it on the neck, or the guitar is playing it on the neck. However, what's going to happen is that because he's actually detuned a whole step on all 6 strings, instead of doing that, I'm going to keep it in standard tuning, and I'm going to keep all the positions the same for what they'd be if you want to drop it down yourself a whole step. I know a lot of people just don't want to go through that, and so therefore I'm not going to make everyone have to tune their guitar down. I'll just teach you the basic positions and the technique, and from there what you can do is go ahead yourself and drop it down if you would like. It'd be a little easier if it was something where the capo, something was capoed a whole step up, but detuning a whole step is kind of a pain. So I don't want to ask everyone to do that. So let me take you to the basic parts in the verse here. And we start off with a D sharp chord. And these, if you've done something like Blackbird, this is the same kind of idea. You've got these sort of 2-note chords, these 2-note shapes on the 5th and 2nd strings. And what you're basically doing is hitting the bass and the 2nd string at the same time, and then going back to the open 3rd string from wherever you are. So that's the first part, is getting these little shapes down where you're here at the 4th fret, excuse me, 6th fret, 5th string, and the 8th fret, 2nd string. And this same shape gets moved up to the 11th and 13th frets respectively on the 5th and 2nd strings. Again, using that open 3rd string as a drone to keep going back to. Now, the other thing in this song is that the chords are broken down. Each 2 chords are still going to divide up 8 beats, but the first chord is going to get 3 beats, whereas the second chord every time is going to get 5. So the way that's going to work out, using those first 2 chords that we just learned, going from same shape, rooted on the 6th fret of the 5th string, up to the 11th fret of the 5th string, would go like this. 3 beats on the first chord, 5 beats on the second. So again, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are the first 2 chords. And he's going to do the same thing, dividing up the rhythm with the next 2 chords. The 3rd chord is going to be here on your 8th fret of the 6th string, and then your 8th fret of the 2nd string. And he's going to move from there to the 6th fret of the 6th and 1st strings. So again, that would be so that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And what he actually does, what you can hear in the melody, even during the verse, is that he adds a couple extra notes in, moving down off the 1st string on that 2nd chord. So what you would actually play is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he keeps that drone in the 3rd string, but moves the top note to 9 on the 2nd string and then 8 on the 2nd string. So I'm going to put all this together for you, and then what I'm going to do is toggle the camera so that you'll be able to see me play it up close on the neck from the 2nd camera. But what I'm going to do is just give you the kind of the broad camera shot of the guitar, and hopefully you get to see enough of my right hand in here so you can see. I'm just always doing this thing. Usually it's with the 3rd and 2nd strings, or 2nd and 3rd strings. My 2nd finger is getting the 2nd string, my 1st finger getting the 3rd, going back and forth like that. So let me take this through one more time for you, straight through the whole thing. So that's basically it. You could just keep that last chord there. Again, the one at 6, you can just keep that simple and just do. You don't have to add in those extra 2 melody notes that I'm doing there. And lastly, you'll notice too that the first 2 chords are quite easy actually, just sliding this shape here. And again, I call these are sort of like blackbird type of chords, where you're just moving around a lot. You're just moving around a lot on the 2nd and 5th strings, and using a lot of open 3rd string as a drone in between. Now those 2 chords are quite easy. You see there is a little bit of difficulty level, a little higher difficulty level to getting out here to 8. I use my 3rd finger there. That seems kind of easy. And my pinky here on the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And what that also allows me to do is have these 2 fingers, my first 2 free, and that allows me to get the 2nd finger up here to 6 on the 1st string, and my 1st finger down here to 6 on the 6th string. So again, the fingering's kind of easy here, a little harder over here. So I'm going to toggle the cameras now, and so you can get another look. Just 1 minute here. Let's see how I toggle this, if I can do so when I'm recording.